Hi everyone, welcome to our craft for this week. In honor of Veterans Day, we are going to be making some flags. And then for story time, we're going to be reading the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, so if you've got your craft kit, go ahead and get out your supplies. Okay, and you've got your instructions. So let's see what we've got here. In your kit, you should have a piece of red and white and blue paper, and you should also have a popsicle stick. The other things you'll need are some scissors and glue or glue stick and a white crayon. Okay, now we got our stuff. Let's follow our directions and make our flag. So number one is to cut your white and red pieces of paper in half. So an easy way to do this is you fold it and make your lines touch, and then you give it a good crease right down the center. You don't have to do it that way, but it's kind of a good trick. It gives you a nice line there that you can cut on. And it's okay if they're not perfect. These are just for fun. So they can be however you want them to be. We'll set that one to the side. And then it says also to cut your red one in half. So you should have kind of a nice line already made there. So let's go ahead and cut our red one in half. Okay, I'm going to put this off to the side. Okay, it says your white piece will be smaller, so it should look like this. Okay. So number two is to cut 3 to 5 red stripes out of your red paper. So depending on how big you want to make them, you can make them real thick or real thin. So I'm going to make mine about like this because you want them to fit on your white paper. Okay, so that's about how thick mine are. So I'm going to do about 4. And if you cut across the short way like this, not this way, your size should be just about perfect for your white piece of paper. So I'm going to keep cutting. Cut about 4 of them out and see if I need any more. And again, they don't have to be perfectly straight because flags wave in the air. And so if you've got a little curve to them, it looks like they're blowing in the wind. Okay, so I've got some red stripes cut out. Okay, number 3 is to cut a small rectangle out of your blue paper. So we're going to want it to fit on here, so it needs to be small that it can fit on here. And if you want to use a marker or a pencil or something to draw it first and then cut it out, that's perfectly okay. But you're going to want it about that size so that when you put it in the corner here, it looks about like that. Okay? So step 4, glue your red stripes down to the white paper first and leave room between to make your white stripes. So let me show you how that's going to go. So get your glue stick or your glue and put it right down the red strip, and you're going to start and glue the first one to the very top of your white paper. Okay, so glue your first one to the top there. Now you're going to do the same thing with the next red piece. Put some glue on it, and then we're going to leave a little bit of room and do our next red one. Okay, so now it's starting to look like you have red and white stripes. So just leave a little bit of room in between your red ones. Go ahead and finish putting your red ones on. However many will fit on your piece. And you can make the flags bigger. You can use the whole white piece if you want them a little bit bigger. That's okay. Let's see. I'm getting pretty close here. I think I can fit my last one on there. All the way to the bottom. Okay. And if it goes off the paper a little bit, that's okay too. Okay, so you should end up with this when you're done gluing your red stripes on. Okay, make sure those are good and dry. Step 5 is to glue your blue rectangle to the top left corner of your flag. Now you might need whoever's helping you to show you where that's at if you don't know right and left yet. If you do, good job. Go ahead and put some glue on your blue rectangle. And so you put it in the top left corner over your red stripes. Okay? So it'll look like that. Starting to look like a flag, right? Okay, so you might let that dry for just a couple minutes. And then when you're ready, move on to step 6, which is to use your white crayon to make your stars on the blue part of the rectangle. Now you can make one big star, and I use some extra construction paper to make that one. If you want to practice some scissors and drawing, you can do that. You can color one big star, or you can color lots of little stars. And with your white crayon, you might have to push a little bit hard to get it to show up, but it's still going to look good. Stars can be tricky to cut and color, so just do your best. Okay, so if you see there, now you can see the white stars coming through, and you can do as many or as few as you want. Okay, our last step is to glue the popsicle stick to the left side of your flag, so it's going to be on the same side as the blue. And you can glue it to the front or the back. This one I have glued on the front. Looks like that. So this one I think I'll glue to the back. You can put glue on the popsicle stick or on the paper, whatever's easier. Press your popsicle stick down and hold it real tight. Make sure it's good and dry. But then it will look like this. All right. And now you have your own flag. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Happy Veterans Day. And check in Wednesday, November 10th for our story time where we're reading The Pledge of Allegiance. Have a great day, everybody. See you later.